We sat across from each other at the restaurant, the candlelight flickering between us. Her smile was dazzling, but her eyes, they were measuring something, calculating, cold beneath the charm. Then she said it. I'm not signing a prenup. If you really trust me, you won't ask. Delivered like a challenge, like she already knew I'd cave. I didn't react. I sipped my wine, met her gaze, and nodded. You're right. She grinned like she'd just won a game. We didn't finish our meal. I canceled the wedding that night. 3 years we'd been together. I met her at a tech gala. She was bold, captivating, effortlessly magnetic in a sea of people trying too hard to be noticed. She called me out on a poorly rehearsed pitch in front of a board member and kissed me in the elevator minutes later. I'd never believed in fate, but with her, I started to wonder. 6 months in, she moved into my place, said she liked how put together my life was. At the time, I thought it was admiration. Now I know she was taking stock. Inventory. We mapped out futures, talked about kids, picked houses off Zillow like it was a game. I shared my finances. She shared tears. Said her ex had left her shattered. Promised she'd never lie to me. I believed her. That was my mistake. The first warning signs were barely noticeable. She'd ask for space after minor disagreements. Long walks that always ended with drinks at rooftop bars. Surrounded by friends I'd never met. Then came the phone that never left her hand. The sudden job shift. Late nights that didn't match her schedule. The expensive clothes. The mysteriously paid-off debts. And Clara, her friend who never quite met my eyes. Clara once said, "You're lucky. Most men wouldn't be this patient." That night, I checked her phone. Face ID still worked. She hadn't thought to change it. It took 3 messages to find him. Mark. He looked like me, only younger, softer around the edges. Their thread went back half a year. At first, it was harmless. Then came hotel bookings, voice notes, selfies from my bedroom. She called me her plan in one message. Said I was a gamble worth taking. But Mark, he was her safety net. Once the ring was on, she'd lock it down and ride it out. I stared at those words for hours. Then I backed up every message, every image, sent them to an encrypted inbox, deleted all traces from her phone. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I got to work. I called my attorney, started restructuring assets. Quietly, transferred funds into a trust under a shell company she didn't know about, changed ownership of my shares, hired a digital investigator, bought a second phone. Some would call it extreme. I called it preparation. For weeks, I played along, smiled, held her hand, let her believe she'd won. Meanwhile, I built a case, time-stamped every lie, tracked her movements, gathered every voice memo, every shady transaction, with her prior consent. She'd agreed to location tracking months ago when it felt like love. Then I offered her the trap, the prenup, slid the papers across the table, watched her expression twist. If you love me, why would you need this? I asked her to think about it. She didn't. She just said, no, that was all I needed. I ended it that night, told her I needed time to think, left her in the apartment, already knowing she wouldn't be there when I returned. She emptied it the next day. No note, just vanished. Thought she'd ended things on her terms. She had no idea what was coming. 3 days later, she posted a story. Never stop fighting for love. Then another, regret teaches the harshest lessons. She was unraveling. Then came the message, can we talk? I ignored it. The next day, she showed up at my office. Tears, mascara smeared. Said she panicked. Said she missed me. Promised she'd do anything to fix it. I let her in, made tea, listened. Then I slid a photo across the table. Her and Mark, in our bed, her face drained. I laid down the next. A screenshot of her calling me an investment. Then a wire transfer she thought no one saw. Finally, an affidavit. From Clara. I'd paid her to tell the truth. Everything was time-stamped, signed, admissible. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. Why didn't you say anything? She whispered. I leaned forward. Because trust isn't given. It's tested. She crumbled, screamed, begged, threatened lawsuits, said I'd regret humiliating her. I opened the door. You walked out. This is me locking it. A week later, her world was in pieces. She'd quit her job to plan a wedding that never happened. Her savings were nearly gone. Our mutual friends stepped away. I never said a word publicly, but others did. Clara spoke out. So did the digital forensics guy. He had a podcast. I didn't destroy her. I just let the truth breathe. The rest handled itself. For a while, she posted cryptic things, quotes about forgiveness, about healing. Then she vanished. People ask if I'm okay. I am. Not because it didn't hurt, but because I didn't react when I found the knife. I watched her hold it, watched her press it closer. She thought love would make me blind. She was wrong. Love made me see clearer. And when I saw the truth, I didn't yell. I made a single, clean cut. Now there's nothing left to stitch.